A warm welcome to the newsroom. I am Fidalia Aguncha. President Muhammadu Buhari has signed the 10.8 trillion naira revised 2020 budget into law. The president signed the document at the council chamber of the presidential villa on Friday. Speaking after approving the revised budget, the president explained that the budget had to be revised because of the effect of the coronavirus pandemic on the nation's economy. He said ministries, departments and agencies will be given 15% of their capital allocation by the end of the month. The presidential panel investigating allegations of corruption leveled against the suspended acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ibrahim Magu, have extended their probe to other top officials of the anti-graft agency. The panel on Thursday quizzed EFCC Secretary Olanikbekun Olukoyede and some directors of the commission. Magu has been in the police detention since Monday following allegations of corruption and misuse of office. Ondo State Chief Judge Justice Oluwatoyin Akeredolu has rejected the request of the State House of Assembly to set up a panel to probe the State Deputy Governor Agbola Ajayi. This comes after 14 members of the Assembly served an impeachment notice on the Deputy Governor who they are accused of gross misconduct. Speaker of the Assembly, Bamidele Oleleyogun, had earlier written to the Chief Judge to set up a 7-man panel to probe the notice of gross misconduct leveled against Ajayi. And as the rains intensify, the Lagos State government has warned residents living in areas with high flood risk to be on their alert. The governor listed the areas to include Lagos mainland, Mushin, Ibejuleki and Ikorodu. In a statement, the State Ministry of Environment and Water Resources said the 4 areas would witness high rainfall from now up until September. It also urged residents of the areas, specifically those with structures in low-lying areas, to relocate to avoid any loss of lives and property. Lawmaker representing Koshofe Constituency 2 in the Lagos State House of Assembly, Tunde Buraimo, is dead. According to report, Buraimo died in the early hours of Friday morning after a brief illness. He was 60 years old. His death has been confirmed by lawmaker representing Koshofe Constituency 1 in Lagos Assembly, Sani Okanlawon. We'll take a break here to bring you more stories. Don't go away.
Hello. I'm Dr. Taufik Adeyemi, consultant orthopedic spine surgeon at National Orthopedic Hospital, Grovile, Lagos. I'm here on the platform of Scoliosis Focus Initiative program on World Scoliosis Day. Scoliosis is an abnormal sideway curvature of the spine with some rotation. These patients present with uneven shoulders, a hump in the back, and even pelvis. Majority of these cases are painless. Up to 5% of our population have scoliosis, and majority of them are idiopathic, meaning that the cause is unknown. You need a thorough history examination with quality X-ray to make an assessment. Your doctor will advise you on the best treatment modality for your child. Scoliosis Focus Initiative is organizing a 2-week free online consultation to help you during this COVID-19 pandemic.
Welcome back. The coronavirus cases in Nigeria has increased to 30,748 as the country added 499 new cases on Thursday. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, released this on its official Twitter handle. The NCDC noted that the new infections were identified in 22 states and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Lagos State recorded the highest infection cases with 157 new infections, bringing the total infections in the state to 11,827. A total of 12,546 patients have so far recovered and have been discharged, while the country's death toll stands at 689. The Ministry of Science and Technology has unveiled an indigenous test kit, RNA Swift, for the detection of SARS-CoV the causative agent of COVID-19. During a press conference on Thursday in Abuja, the Minister of Science and Technology, Ogbonnaya Onu, stated that the RNA Swift has amazing precision for the detection of SARS-CoV. He added that it will be commercially available at a price that places it ahead of competitors in terms of sensitivity and affordability. Onu described the development as Nigeria's gift and contribution to help Africa and the world fight the COVID-19 pandemic. Nasarawa State Commissioner for Information, Culture and Tourism, Dogo Sharma, has asked all members of the state executive to go on 14-day self-isolation from Friday as part of precautions amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Excuse me. According to the Commissioner, he said his decision followed the COVID-19 status of the Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice, Abdulkarim Kana. He said the self-isolation was to begin immediately until the test results of samples taken from the Commissioners returned. The Commissioner said the step was taken as a precaution because the infected Attorney General had attended a State Executive Council meeting chaired by Governor Abdullahi Sule on July 3rd. Sharman said the directive was from the Governor on the advice of the State Deputy Governor, Emmanuel Akabe, who is also the chairman of the State COVID-19 Task Force. The British High Commission in Nigeria says work is ongoing to reopen visa application for intending travelers to the United Kingdom. The High Commission had suspended services during the lockdown imposed by the federal government to limit the spread of COVID-19. In a statement on Thursday, the British High Commission said UK application centres are being reopened in a phased manner globally. The Commission adds that it is communicating with its partners to reopen visa application centres which were initially suspended. It also added that the centres will be reopened when considered safe to do so. Over 90% of staff of Ghana's Ministry of Education have contracted the coronavirus. Minister of Education Matthew Prempeh said this on Thursday, adding that mass testing conducted at the ministry revealed that he is among those positive for the disease. The minister said the test had to be conducted on the staff of the ministry after his result came back positive the second time. He adds a result from the test showed out of 50 persons, about 45 of the staff had contracted the disease, with majority of them being asymptomatic. With 548 new cases, Ghana has recorded 22,822 confirmed cases of COVID-19, with 17,564 recoveries and 129 deaths. The World Health Organization says there are 19 potential COVID-19 vaccines currently in clinical trials. WHO Regional Office for Africa in Brazzaville, Congo, disclosed this on its official Twitter account, adding that there are nearly 150 COVID-19 vaccines received, but few were selected. The tweet also stated that South Africa is the first country on the continent to start a clinical trial with the University of Witwatersrand in Johannesburg, testing a vaccine developed by the Oxford Jenner Institute in the UK. The trial is expected to involve 2,000 volunteers aged between 18 to 65 and include some people living with HIV. And now business. Nigeria's macroeconomic development has been disrupted and crude oil prices are declining. This is according to the country's finance minister, Zainab Ahmed. Ahmed said this while briefing State House correspondents after the National Executive Council meeting in Abuja on Thursday. She explained that production cuts imposed by the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, has pushed Nigeria's oil prices very low, forcing the government to adjust its budget and medium-term plans.
Another development that has affected us is the massive cuts that OPEC has now imposed on OPEC members and OPEC allies to our crude oil production volume. So our crude oil production level provided by OPEC is now 1.4 million barrels per day, with 30,000 million barrels per day as condensate, so a total of 1.7 million barrels per day. The revised 2020 budget has a total expenditure of 9.116 trillion while the projection we're making for 2021 budget is at, right now at 9.613 trillion. So after the consultations with NEC and with National Assembly and with the public, we'll now make any adjustments that become necessary before we eventually go to the Federal Executive Council for approval. Our target is to continue with the momentum that has started to ensure that we meet the January to December, the December budget deadline, and to be able to do meet the deadline for the budget, we have to get the MTEF done and approved because it forms the framework for the budget.
Italy has banned travelers from Brazil and 12 other countries it considers to pose a high risk of COVID-19 transmissions. The full list comprises Armenia, Bahrain, Bangladesh, Bosnia, Brazil, Chile, the Dominican Republic, Kuwait, North Macedonia, Moldova, Oman, Panama, and Peru. The decree banning visitors from those countries from entering Italy was signed by the Health Ministry in agreement with the Foreign, Interior, and Transport Ministries. Italy was the first country to be hit by the virus after it emerged in China late last year. Almost 35,000 people have died of COVID-19 from more than 242 cases recorded in Italy. Nigeria's forward Victor Osimhen has been linked with a transfer move to Premier League club Everton. Everton are looking to pounce for his signature and help Osimhen fulfill his ambition of playing in the Premier League. Meanwhile, Serie A club Napoli are still locked in negotiations with League One outfit Lille over the player, but a deal has not been agreed. The 21-year-old who joined Lille from Belgian Pro League club Sporting Charleroi last season has scored 18 goals and made 6 assists in 38 games in all competitions in France. And that's the latest from the newsroom. Many thanks for watching. Bye for now.